Hey everyone, it's January the 13th here in Oxford. It's a Sunday. It's about 1 in the afternoon. Sorry I haven't been making videos for the last couple of days. I've just been really busy working on school stuff, having tons of fun around the city of Oxford. So I just thought I'd tell you about that and kind of combine the last 3 days into one. So, on Friday, which was the 11th, we went to visit the Kilns, which was C.S. Lewis's house. Uh, on kind of the outskirts of Oxford, which is now in Oxford because of expansion of the city and things like that. And that was really cool to go see. Apparently, Lewis used to walk or ride his bike from the home to Oxford to go work, and I could not have done that. Maybe riding a bike if I were good at it, but not walking. Walking would have been too much for me. So props to him for that. The house was very cool. It ever since Lewis had died and it kind of passed from his family, it's gone through a number of owners, and the first couple who got it were around during the 70s, so of course they completely destroy the place with shag carpet and awful design choices, and then it kind of goes from owner to owner, and none of them can really take good care of it, and then an American couple, I think, was going to see C.S. Lewis's house and saw that it was like really poorly kept and decimated, and that it was for sale. So they actually, I think, raised money to buy it. And then over a summer, I think, they got a bunch of people to come volunteer and help rebuild the house. And so it was really cool to learn that. And then they tried to make it as accurate as possible, but so you can sit around, and not a lot of the furniture is normal, or not normal. It's normal furniture. Don't worry, is original, so you don't have to worry about sitting in a chair, and if you break it, you just broke C.S. Lewis's chair. Things like that, and so they painted the ceiling yellow. Because it apparently had a yellowish color because C.S. Lewis and his brother, who lived there, smoked all of the time. So there was apparently tar and things everywhere from their constant smoking. And if you want to hear more of the cool stories about that, I write about some of them in the journal, journal number 6, I believe. So that was cool. No, sorry, journal number 5. Journal number 6 is about the Pitt Rivers Museum, where I went yesterday. And that was very, very cool museum. Very big, huge, not huge, it's just a large space. Lots of stuff kind of thrown at you in boxes. So you've got baskets from all these different cultures in one case, and clothes from one culture in another case, and things like that. And so that was really cool. And if you want to hear more kind of like philosophically English majory musings on it, you can read journal number 6, because I go into a bit more detail about how important I think that style of museum displaying is. And then I went to Blackwell's books, which is awesome if you're into books like I am. Excuse me. And they have a great number of floors. I think it's got 4 floors. I think 4 floors and then a basement, because the way they count floors here in the UK is the first floor. What we would call the first floor in the US is actually the ground floor. So I think it's got 3 floors. So it's got the ground floor, the first floor, second floor, and the third floor, and then the basement. And the basement is huge. I don't think it was 3 miles. It was some large number that they gave when you could walk into the basement. That's just how big the basement was. So I picked up a philosophy book from there, dealing with machine ethics, which was cool. The Most Human, I think is what it was called. And so a lot of the other books that I have on machine ethics are more like giving you a general overview or in favor of machines advancing. And this one's more about how humans can stay human in a world of machines. So that's neat, but that's not really the subject of this class. I also got the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because reading The Hobbit for this, I'd read The Hobbit before, but I haven't read The Lord of the Rings, and I was never a huge fan of the movies, though I think now I'll have to check those out, and the whole extended cuts and all that, add another punch in the card to my nerd license. But I think I'll read the books first to see how that goes. So that was cool. So I got those there. And then I forgot to mention this. On Friday, I went to visit the Gardener's Arms, which is Oxford's only fully vegetarian, vegan-friendly pub. And that was really neat. That was cool to go see. I got a veggie dog and awful cider, which was the flat and cloudy style. Maybe I'm just kind of a cider snob, I don't know, but it tastes flat, you know, you might not want that for your drink. So I got a different style after that, and that was much better. It was normal, you know, fizzy, carbonated style cider. So anyway, that was a digression. Then today, I've just been working on the site, put up those 2 journals, put up day 10 video. Well, I've added that to YouTube. I haven't put it up yet, but I will by the time you see the video, so you'll be like, well, it's already up, Josh. What are you talking about? And then I'll add pictures from both the Alice in Waterland trip and the Kilns trip. Yeah, and then I've discovered that I can watch Netflix here, which is horrible. Or great, because I've only been watching kind of subpar YouTube programming since I've gotten here. And they have a bunch of shows that I don't think we have in the States Netflix. So a bunch of BBC shows, which I might not be able to watch overseas, but I can watch here. So that's cool. I'll check those out. And as you may have also noticed, I'm wearing the scarf I got from Oxfam. Someone suggested, who was not one of my parents, okay, YouTube dissenters? No, it's someone else. So, haha. Though I love my family, and I would take their suggestions just as seriously as I take the suggestions of others. But yeah, so yeah, here you go. It's comfortable. It was cheap, relatively. So yeah. See you later. Have a good night, day, whenever you're watching, and check you next time. I guess on Monday we're going to the Eagle and Child for lunch, which is where C.S. Lewis would go often. And he also actually had, in the house, they had the old Eagle and Child sign on display because they took down that sign or something. So that was cool. And then I think we'll be going to I think we're going to modeling college and some other C.S. Lewis-y sites. And then the next day we're talking about The Hobbit and Tolkien. So that'll be fun. So anyway, as I said before, see you later.